Welcome back to Counter-Strike Overwatch, where in a rare flip of the script, I will be defending my clients who are all wrongfully accused of cheating in Counter-Strike. And if I can't get them off, they only have to pay me 75% of my total fee. It's a fair deal to me. Now, I know what you might be thinking. People of the court, you may be looking at this footage here and saying, we got him. We got him in 4K. I mean, the evidence is right here. But I want to remind you before I hit play that appearances can be deceiving. It is illegal for people of the court to make judgments based off of things they see on the screen. How are you supposed to judge a character if all you get is a little clip of them? Now, I've known my client for about 13 seconds, but would somebody who plays on Mirage really cheat? Our suspect at a young age was afraid of open spaces, and that's why you can see him hugging the wall here. And his panic, his sheer panic at the thought of having to step outside of his comfort zone causes him to spaz out and quite remarkably get a kill. And people will say that this is evidence of cheating. But I saw, not only did I not see a headshot, but he's only got 28% headshot on the day. Why? Because he's scared, looking at the ground. And when he kills a bot who's just standing there, not even moving, any basic person could get a headshot on that bot. The dualies were given to him by his mother and father, both passed away, by the way. And if he was cheating, why would he die there? It was a pivotal round, 8-5, which could have turned the tides in the game, and yet he died. And he missed a shot there as well before killing a bot, which we all know, they just run in a straight line. So as you see, Your Honor, and people of the jury and judge, my client here is not guilty. I mean, if we really want to split hairs here, Maple and Robin on the other team are using the stereotypical weapon for cheating. They are both using auto rifles. Now, if there's anything that would point towards my client being innocent and just playing scared but out of his mind against two vicious cheaters on the other team, both doing far better than their teammates, clearly something's wrong there, then I don't know what you guys want from me. Okay? Your Honor, jury? Guys? Okay. All right. Sorry. So your family member's gonna pay the 75% or... Your Honor, thank you. Thank you for having me again. Jury, thank you. Welcome back. Can I have a word with my client for a second? I can? Okay, great. You didn't say that you started off the video spin botting on like 4 frames per second. What do you want me to do? You've given me nothing. Judge, jury, as you can see, I present my evidence in front of you. My client, has been already violated. His rights have been taken away from him. His First Amendment right, the very basic principle that the United States of America is built on, has been removed from him by the mega corporation Valve. What do you mean that's not what the First Amendment right is? Oh, so that only applies to the government? Well, because the First Amendment right does only apply to the government, what better point could I make than we sitting here in the court of law, the governing body Valve, making unilateral choices for my client, who is but a simple gamer. Let's watch my client growing up in abject poverty. As you can see right here, never had the money for a gaming PC. And he, try as he might, he wanted nothing more than to fit in with the kids at his school. And so when all the kids were out fragging and bagging, all of the girls who wanted high KD, high ELO players, and my client was left alone during not just everyday school, but prom as well, he was forced by society to turn to the cheats. And we don't blame those that society pushes there. People all the time are forced into selling drugs and stealing because of society's pressure and failings to them. My client is the same way. He couldn't get laid, and he was forced to do this in order to get some puss. I rest my case. Is he serious? No? 0 for 2 on this one? Judge, jury, let's not waste any time and get into why my client is not guilty. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my client is sitting here clearly warming up, getting ready for a long, hard, earnestly fought battle on the battlefield. You can see what kind of man my suspect is because he takes his time to run up and check out the fit of the enemy that he is going to fight. He's staring at him, making a bond with him, really earning his trust. This is the kind of man my client is. He could easily have killed the man in front of him, even as he bows his head. But he looks down on the ground, sees a good luck, have fun, and then sprays it. So already he's off to a start, missing shots that are relatively easy for other people who cheat to hit. The second round has come, and usually if you're cheating, somebody, a suspect mayhaps, will buy scouts. As we see 3 scouts on the enemy team, 2 on our team, and none of them are being bought by my client. He just has a humble 50 caliber Desert Eagle pistol. My suspect doesn't even get a kill this round. I mean, what seems to be happening here is that a better team was reported by worse players because they couldn't conceive of a world where they lose. Now, my client did buy a scout, but only because he felt like he was left out of the fun. Everybody in the game basically had a scout. And what just happened there was it was just two kills is hardly enough evidence to convict anyone of anything. In fact, one of them was on pistol and the second one was just a lucky deagle headshot. I mean, you can pretty much guarantee somebody's gonna go ahead and peek palm tree every round. And so that pre-fire was just a really smart play. I mean, look, Dart and Iceberg, 8-1, 6-1. And getting shot through the wall by the other team. If that doesn't scream cheaters on the other team, then what does? That might scream cheaters on your team, but allow me to say that it's a very popular place of pre-fire. In fact, every single round on Dust 2, there are many players on both sides that will shoot through that door, and it's a 1 in a billion thing, dude. 1 in a billion things happen all the time. Just ask Dream. Let's see how he plays this. As you see Bulldog on the other team instantly scout headshot through door, that's just not possible. It's just not possible. And as you see, Bulldog is spin botting, and my suspect understanding the logic because he plays on a team with cheaters, not willingly, he was forced into it. He understands that if he were to play against cheaters, that's where one of them would hold with spin bot, and so now my suspect is, he's really trying to help his team deal with blatant cheating on the other team. How can you stand by and watch Bulldog terrorize my client's team and expect him to lay there and do nothing? My suspect did not want to cheat, but he was forced into a corner by the other team. And the clearest example of cheating came from the terrorist organization. As you'll notice, my client here is on the counter-terrorist side. Inevitably, that is the good side. And he is doing his best to actually stop terrorism. A vote against my client, a guilty vote, is a vote in favor of terrorism. What say you, jury? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I have my client here sitting on Mirage, a classic Counter-Strike map, one that is widely known as a map that does not appeal to cheaters. If my client was cheating, why would he not do it on cash? Because that is clearly, by far and away, the better map. And a pre-fire through smoke rightfully misses as it should because my client, he's fucking innocent. Look at my client. Look at how good this player is. He is using a pink DD Pat op because he supports the cure for breast cancer. And he's actively trying to promote breast cancer awareness. So much so, he didn't kill that boob that jumped out of apartments. He let him walk free. There are many people that look at that. Can I have a moment with my client, please? Yo, that was kind of sick, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. I think we might have scored some major points with the jury there. Just shut up and let me handle this. It's not often that you get a real-life montage moment right here in the court. Something that many people would say is quite poggers. If you want poggers moments, judge, jury, you must vote that this man is innocent. To take away this man from the beautiful game that is Counter-Strike is to remove poggers from the internet. I mean, my suspect just underhand lobbed a nade while jumping on stairs. If there's ever a moment to sit there and think to yourself, do I want to stand on the pog side of history? Or do I want to weird champ my way into the history books? Judge, jury, I ask you, which one is it? What kind of cheater would miss a basically static target twice? I mean, what kind of cheater would you have to be? You would have to look at my client and say, you're worse cheating than just playing legitimately. And you know what? I mean, he's just incapable of hitting shots. And this is just not what you expect to see from somebody who's cheating. Exactly! Insufficient evidence. Oh, okay. Your Honor, it's a wingman on a non-competitive map. And all I have to say about this is if my client wanted to do real harm to the game of Counter-Strike, he would be playing competitive matchmaking. Instead, he is playing wingman, which isn't even a real game, if we're honest. Give him a lighter sentence. So fucking stupid. That's gonna wrap it up for Boner Law. Hopefully next time my clients aren't dicks and they don't actually cheat.